Welcome to Headphone News, Greater Toronto edition for Saturday, December 7, 2024.
Canada's job market update. In November 2024, Canada's job market saw some surprising changes. Canadian employers added 51,000 jobs, but the unemployment rate climbed to 6.8%, which is up by 0.3%. This is the highest rate we've seen since January 2017, not counting the years affected by COVID-19. Statistics Canada reported that 87,000 people became newly unemployed as more individuals looked for work. Major cities faced rising unemployment rates, with Windsor, Ontario at 8.7%, Edmonton, Alberta at 8.3%, Toronto, Ontario at 8.1%, and Calgary, Alberta at 7.9%. The Bank of Canada has cut its interest rate by 1.25% since June, and there's an expectation of another cut of 0.5% in the upcoming decision on December 11, 2024. This rise in the unemployment rate raises concerns about economic stability, impacting consumer trust and business investment. Currently, the Canadian dollar is valued at about 74 United States cents, meaning that 10,000 Canadian dollars converts to roughly 7,400 United States dollars. Understanding these changes is important for consumers and businesses as they navigate potential economic shifts.
Taylor Swift's impact on Canadian charities. Taylor Swift's Eras Tour has made a remarkable difference for Canadian charities through ticket auctions and raffles. The VGH and UBC Hospital Foundation in Vancouver raised over 300,000 Canadian dollars from a private suite ticket auction, far surpassing its goal of 100,000 Canadian dollars. In Toronto, the Daily Bread Food Bank collected about 220,000 Canadian dollars from an auction of street signs, including a generous donation of 110,000 Canadian dollars from Rogers Communications. Typically, past auctions have raised between 5,000 Canadian dollars and 10,000 Canadian dollars. Additionally, Campfire Circle, a Toronto-based nonprofit supporting children with serious illnesses, raised 100,000 Canadian dollars from a raffle for concert tickets. These fundraising successes show how celebrities like Taylor Swift can inspire charitable giving and provide a boost to local economies in cities like Toronto and Vancouver.
Search for missing Fanshawe College student. Police are searching for Nidua Muqtadir, a 20-year-old student at Fanshawe College in London, Ontario, Canada. She was last seen on December 3, 2024, in Union, a community near Leamington. Nidua was wearing white running shoes and carrying a white backpack. Security video shows her leaving home with a small suitcase. Local police and the Ontario Provincial Police, known as OPP, are working together to find her. Officials from Fanshawe College and Nidua's family are very worried about her safety. Community members are encouraged to help by sharing any information they may have. This situation highlights the importance of student safety and how vital community participation can be in these cases. Fanshawe College is recognized for its diverse programs and student body, and this incident raises awareness about safety measures in schools.
Jewellery store robberies in Ontario lead to arrests. 4 people have been charged following a series of jewellery store robberies in Ontario, Canada. The latest robbery took place on December 5 in Hamilton, where suspects used a stolen vehicle to smash through the store window. This was the third robbery in just 1 week. Police arrested 5 individuals connected to the Hamilton incident. Shortly after, another robbery occurred in Markham, where suspects used hammers to break glass cases. In Richmond Hill, 4 suspects demanded cash from a jewelry store. The rise in retail crime has prompted jewelry stores to improve their security, adding more surveillance and security personnel. Local law enforcement is actively searching for additional suspects involved in these incidents. These ongoing investigations show that businesses and the community are increasingly worried about safety. The stolen vehicle, a Honda Civic, was reported stolen on November 10. Rising crime rates can lead to higher insurance costs and negatively affect customer traffic in local stores.
Concerns over rock-throwing incidents targeting GO buses in Markham. Concerns are growing about a series of dangerous rock-throwing incidents aimed at GO Transit buses in Markham, Ontario. The most recent event took place on November 30, 2024, when a large rock hit a bus's windshield, causing it to shatter. Thankfully, no injuries were reported in this incident. However, 2 people were taken to the hospital in serious condition after a previous event on September 20, 2024. Since September, the Ontario Provincial Police have received 11 reports of similar incidents along Highway 48, while York Regional Police reported 9 cases. These actions are being described as pointless and risky, raising significant concerns about community safety. Police believe that all these incidents might be connected to the same suspect and vehicle. Markham is part of the Greater Toronto Area, known for its rapid growth and diverse community. To prevent future incidents and ensure safety on local transit services, increased police presence and community awareness are essential.
Rising transit construction costs in Canada. A recent study from the University of Toronto's School of Cities reveals that transit construction costs in Canada have risen significantly. Over the past 20 years, expenses for building new transit infrastructure have skyrocketed, outpacing inflation. The study looked at data from 1,083 light rail transit, subway, and rail projects across 60 countries. It found that Canada ranks 9th in the world for cost per kilometre, averaging nearly $400 million, while the global average is about $242 million. Canadian cities are pouring tens of billions of dollars into transit expansion to fill infrastructure gaps. Key factors driving these rising costs include labor expenses, regulatory hurdles, and material prices. Understanding these trends is crucial for effective urban planning and ensuring public transportation is accessible. As costs continue to climb, they may limit project scopes and timelines. The findings highlight the urgent need for innovative financing and management strategies to support sustainable transit systems in Canadian cities.
Toronto's support for women fleeing violence. The City of Toronto has pledged $100,000 to a housing assistance program aimed at helping women escape domestic abuse. Mayor Olivia Chow made this announcement on December 6, 2024. Coinciding with the National Day of Remembrance and Action on Violence Against Women, which marks 35 years since the tragic L'École Polytechnique massacre in Montreal, where 14 women lost their lives. Currently, the program supports 10 families, with plans to double that number. This initiative is part of a larger effort to combat domestic violence and provide essential resources to at-risk groups. Supporting organizations like Interval House, which manages the program, is crucial for helping families secure stable housing and raising awareness about these important issues. Together, we can make a real difference in addressing these social challenges.
Canada Post strike and its impact. Canada Post, the National Postal Service of Canada, is currently on strike, causing major disruptions to mail delivery across the country. As a result, many Canadians are exploring new ways to send their mail, leading to a rise in gig jobs for delivering packages and letters. People are taking advantage of this situation by offering delivery services for items like Christmas cards and important documents. This strike highlights ongoing issues related to pay and working conditions at Canada Post. The impact is especially significant during the holiday season when mail volume usually increases. With reliable postal services unavailable, many are turning to casual delivery options. This raises important questions about the dependability and regulation of these new services. Understanding the effects of the strike is crucial for both consumers and businesses, as it influences communication and trade during this busy time of year.
Funding for addiction recovery hubs in Ontario. Ontario Health Minister Sylvia Jones has announced a strong community interest in creating homelessness and addictions recovery treatment, or HART, hubs. The provincial government is providing $378 million CAD, which is about $278 million USD, to support the operation of 19 HART hubs across Ontario, Canada. By the end of March 2025, 10 of these hubs are expected to open, with 5 located in Toronto and others in Ottawa, Kitchener, Thunder Bay, Hamilton, and Guelph. These hubs will replace current consumption and treatment services that are at risk of closing due to new regulations. This initiative aims to meet the growing demand for effective addiction recovery services and to offer coordinated support for individuals facing homelessness and addiction. The funding and establishment of these hubs could lead to better health outcomes and reduce the pressure on emergency services, ultimately benefiting local communities.
Animal welfare charges in Hamilton, Ontario. Jessica Kippen, the owner of Kippen Care, a dog boarding service in Hamilton, Ontario, is facing 96 charges related to animal care. These charges are linked to the deaths of 5 dogs and the suffering of 24 others in her care. The Ontario government has stressed that cruelty to animals is intolerable and should always be reported. Kippen was charged on November 15, 2024, and is set to appear in court on January 15, 2025. This incident raises awareness about the importance of responsible pet care and could lead to stricter laws for animal care facilities in Ontario. The case emphasizes the need for the public to report any signs of animal cruelty to local authorities. Kippen Care's reputation is now under examination, and the outcome of this court case could significantly impact future animal welfare laws.
Bonnie Crombie's vision for Ontario. Bonnie Crombie, the leader of the Ontario Liberal Party, has shared her vision for the province as she completes her first year in leadership. Her main proposals focus on reducing income tax rates for middle-class families and ensuring that every resident can see a family doctor within 4 years. This plan aims to strengthen Crombie's leadership and attract voters ahead of a possible early election. Crombie is distancing herself from Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, who is currently facing his own leadership challenges. The Ontario Liberal Party has struggled in recent elections, and Crombie's announcements are part of an effort to regain influence in the political landscape. As voters seek effective solutions to health care and taxation, understanding these proposals is essential as they prepare for upcoming elections.
Uber's new payment model in Ontario. Uber is launching a new payment model in Ontario, Canada, which lets drivers see trip destinations and earnings before accepting rides. This system will start on October 8, 2024, and it has raised concerns among drivers and advocates about clarity and fairness. Many drivers say they are earning less under this model, with costs for similar trips ranging from $21 to $26. The Ontario Ministry of Labour is developing rules to ensure companies provide clear payment structures. While Uber reported its first operating profit in 2023, the impact of this new payment model on driver income is still uncertain. This ongoing discussion highlights the need for better communication and fairness in the ride-hailing industry. That is all the news for today. Thank you for listening to today's Headphone News. News summary brought to you by AI.